Explosions rock Caracas. Venezuela and U.S. clash in major military escalation. In the early hours of January 3rd, 2026, a series of powerful explosions shook Caracas, the capital of Venezuela, marking a dramatic escalation in tensions between the Venezuelan government and the United States. Around 2 a.m. local time, at least 7 explosions and the sound of low-flying aircraft reverberated across the city and nearby areas, prompting panic and widespread alarm among residents. Dramatic early morning events. Witnesses and journalists reported hearing loud detonations in multiple neighborhoods throughout Caracas. Videos circulating online showed plumes of smoke rising over the skyline, including near key locations such as the Generalissimo Francisco de Miranda Air Base, La Carlota, and other military installations. Several parts of the capital were left without electricity in the aftermath. One resident described a moment to news agencies. "The whole ground shook. This is horrible. We heard explosions and planes. We felt like the air was hitting us." Claims of U.S. military action. Amid the unfolding chaos, reports surfaced that the United States had carried out military strikes on Venezuelan territory. U.S. officials, speaking on condition of anonymity, told media outlets that attacks were ordered by President Donald Trump, targeting strategic locations that included military facilities. This represented a significant escalation in the long-standing tensions between Washington and Caracas. Following the strikes, President Trump posted that Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife had been captured and flown out of the country, although independent verification of this claim was still pending. CBS News. Venezuela's response. Accusations and state of emergency. In response to the explosions, the Venezuelan government vehemently accused the United States of launching a military assault on both civilian and military sites across multiple regions, including Caracas, Miranda, Aragua, and La Guaira. Venezuelan authorities rejected the actions as imperialist aggression aimed at seizing control of the nation's vast oil and mineral resources. Reuters. President Maduro announced a national state of emergency, mobilizing defense forces and urging citizens and political forces to take to the streets to reject the offensive. The declaration empowers Maduro to expand military powers and suspend certain civil liberties in defense of national sovereignty, international and civil impact. The escalation triggered significant concern both domestically and internationally. U.S. aviation authorities issued warnings prohibiting commercial flights over Venezuelan airspace due to ongoing military activity. The U.S. Embassy in the region also issued advisories for American citizens to shelter in place. ve.usembassy.gov. Meanwhile, leaders in the region voiced strong reactions. Colombia's president described the blasts as akin to missile bombardments, calling for emergency meetings of the United Nations and the Organization of American States, while Cuba's president condemned the strikes as state terrorism. The Guardian. Broader context. Escalating U.S.-Venezuela tensions. The explosions come amid months of rising tensions between the U.S. and Venezuela. Washington has repeatedly accused the Maduro government of colluding with drug trafficking organizations and destabilizing the region. The U.S. has previously conducted naval and aerial operations targeting alleged drug smuggling vessels in Caribbean waters and imposed strict sanctions, including on Venezuelan oil tankers. These pressures were part of a broader campaign aimed at curbing narcotics flow and challenging Maduro's authority, which the Venezuelan government has consistently condemned as illegitimate interference in its internal affairs. Situation still developing. At the time of writing, independent confirmation of casualties or the precise scope of the military operation had not been fully established. Officials in both countries were yet to issue comprehensive statements, and the international community continued to monitor the volatile situation closely.